welcome to SGaming's Super Mario Odyssey Bingo Tournament 2022. My name is the Ancient Angel, and hopefully Awesome Akron will join us soon, as we're going to see the match between Galaxy V and TiSheaqua. And this is a match in the losers bracket. We're going to see triple bingo, so it's going to be interesting to see what this match will indicate. So we are right now waiting for the players to start the run. And as you know, you can just put a comment in the chat, and I will try to answer your questions if you have some under the match while the match is going. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. It looks like they have started. So I hope we can get a board up soon, so we can see what is going on. As we see right now already, TiSheaqua is playing on English. This could be because the player is thinking of having problems remembering the checkpoint. Some things that is not easy to remember if you're playing on simple Japanese, which is faster, because it will make you get through some screens faster. Okay, so they're both in cap right now. Yeah, and they're going. So we still can't see the bingo board, but let's see. Well, Galaxy V has a pretty good lead already. It's already ahead. Screen. Okay. Yeah. Looks like Galaxy V is more secure right now in handling the movement. I don't know. This could also be because of the time. There maybe is a time delay, but as we can't see TiSheaqua's timer, it's not easy to see. Okay. Well, Galaxy V is leaving but that is made there's probably not a U. Galaxy V is going right side. It is a little slower, but it's also much easier to do than left side. It also helps getting the checkpoint. TiSheaqua is moving slowly through tower. TiSheaqua is thinking here. Taking a break. This is interesting. As Mikan says that this board will come up in a short while. Great. Okay, TiSheaqua made some estimation, probably looking over the board, trying to figure out what to do. As TiSheaqua is just running here. We're seeing here that TiSheaqua is just moving through the board, not trying to do any fancy tricks up here. As Galaxy V is entering Cascade. Oh, and now we have a board. Great! So we have 8 moons from Nuts, 2 moons from Shining. Okay. If we look at this board, we can also already see there's a snow goal, 2 snow goals, seaside. And yeah, that's it. So let's see. If anyone see a fast route, please tell me. As TiSheaqua is leaving cap in a few seconds, while Galaxy V is collecting the first move. So the 28 unique captures is always pretty hard. And we have seen 4 unique life up hearts on the route, but it goes both seaside and snow line, so it's probably not something they're going for. Right now, I would probably say 20 moons in the lake is also a little annoying one goal to go for, but not impossible to take. Yeah. So right now we're looking as Galaxy V is entering the Dino, going for the Dino skip. Galaxy V is entering, getting ready to get the first move. Galaxy V is just taking them to the back. trying to still find a good line, the good lines right here, and I would say I think we are going to see a Metro finish no matter what, at least. If we're doing that, maybe we're going. Column 1 is not that bad. Well, we have 80 lost ones, that takes some time. 24 Metro means is also pretty slow. There's not really a good line here. But, well, maybe we're seeing something later. There's nothing really to do in Cascade except maybe more regional coins and 5 timer challenge. So, Galaxy V is collecting Triple Moon. TiSheaqua is going up here. He's taking the wrong way out to get the dino. Doing that ready for. Is he doing dino skip or is he just? Seems like he has some. Well, yeah. Ooh, missing dino skip. That will lose some time. Basically, is coming up here, getting the fast moon. Oh, and he's waiting. He needs to wait for the dino to reappear. This could be problematic. Yeah, now the dino has respawned. Galaxy V is leaving right now. There are no comments from you players. Still don't have any interesting thing to say about this match. Well, I would say right now, if I should do this board, I believe my route would be something like, yeah, no. Yeah, maybe I think I would do column 1, TLBR, row 2 would be my lines. It would take us some time and leg and loss, but maybe you're not doing. Maybe you're not doing that line. Well, it seems like decent because the lake and metro would take some time, but you could get souvenirs, you can get regional coins, and you just need to collect some purple coins. Yeah, maybe you're just doing this line instead. Edmund's Nust is standard. You can do outfit with it. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good line. Do column 4 and 2 diagonals. TiSheaqua asking what is normal bingo again? It's 3 lines. You need to get 3 lines to complete it. It's normal triple, and normal just means it's a normal length that you know the length of the board. TiSheaqua. Wait. As TiSheaqua is asking if what is normal bingo. So TiSheaqua is considering what is possible to do in this board. As Galaxy V is collecting moons here, has a pretty steep lead, but again, there's nothing much to do in sand, is there? No, not really. Depending on what of course, you're trying to do, it will depend, of course, what you're trying to do from here. I would say, normally I would say I'd do the 2, maybe do one of the timer challenges in Cascade could be an option. But otherwise, you're getting 2 normally in lake at least. If you're going to, depending if you're going to deep woods or something like that, you could do some lines there. But it really depends on your style of play. I would say the things you should a player should be worried about is how to avoid things that could make it difficult for me. As TiSheaqua is standing still right now, thinking of what could be a possible way to do things. And it looks like TiSheaqua is leaving his gate here. As Galaxy V is just doing... Yeah, it looks like any percent route. Right now. Galaxy V is jumping up here. Oh, changing route. Oh, Galaxy V looks like going for Ice Cave Treasure Moon. Nice execution here. Oh, having a little trouble here. As TiSheaqua is entering back into this gate, getting the timer challenge. Okay. Seems like a bit of a strange thing to do here. Okay. Also, it's strange to do that when you already had the 5 moons. Maybe you should, instead of taking the 5th moon up there, you normally would just go for it here. TiSheaqua is doing a jump up, trying to maybe get to the 2nd timer challenge, I would assume. Or maybe doing some sub-area moons. As Galaxy V is continuing the out. Any percent route? Makes sense. As there is not much to do in sand. Unless you're trying to get, of course, some stickers and some souvenirs. I would probably get, if I would go for those goals, I would probably go for some in sand, because you can get these 2 souvenirs in sand pretty quickly. Or at least a sticker and a souvenir. With 15 coins you can get in the sound. Witchy says, yo! Yo to you too, AJ. AJ with 200 IQ. Welcome to the stream. As TiSheaqua is collecting the 2nd timer challenge, so we should be certain that TiSheaqua is doing the timer challenges. Not quite sure what players thinking of to do afterwards. It could be a sign that person either is doing column 5 or row 5 or column 4. Miss Rylan, hello. So yeah, also important to note here that the loser of this match will be eliminated for the tournament. This is already loser's bracket. So yeah, it is going to be awesome. I assume we are maybe going to see Awesome Akron joining me here on the talk in a few seconds, maybe. As Galaxy V is entering the lake. And TiSheaqua is now on the way to sand. It's quite a lead that Galaxy V has right now. So I would say the only thing that maybe could save TiSheaqua is lanes, if the person is finding some better lines. And I don't know. It's pretty good high leads as TiSheaqua is looking at the board, thinking what is possible to do here. TiSheaqua is still considering what to do here. Galaxy V is just collecting. Galaxy V is collecting. And it's looking like Awesome Akron has joined me here. Welcome.
Right. Hello, so how are you tonight, Angel? Ancient Angel? I cannot talk.
It's okay. Well, I'm fine. Looking at some interesting bingo.
Absolutely.
And looking for and was waiting for a perfect estimate by your side of the bingo board.
For sure, for sure.
As I
Well,
was thinking, I think I would do maybe the 2 diagonals, maybe.
I'm looking at this card for like the first time right now, and
Yeah.
it's looking
Uh,
kind of rough, kind of rough. I see 4 and 6 snow. I also see 6 from
6 moves.
Seaside.
I think because as I can see, other even you. One idea is you go for the snow goals, or you're just trying to avoid them. I would say because I think those are the 2 options you really have, right?
Yeah, so the thing is, there's definitely a few possibilities for early finishes here. Oh wait, there's also a 24 metro, so you
Yeah.
actually can't do BLTR if you expect to early finish.
No, I know you can't do a BLTR by early finish, but even then it's going to be hard because also 28 unit captures is making it pretty difficult.
Yeah, but I mean, 24 metro, you're going all the way through
Yeah.
metro over the any percent moon cap at that point, so it's
Yeah.
basically a snow or seaside goal at that point.
But wouldn't it still be faster to get 4 moons in Metro than going?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I'm saying, it's kind of like in that same limbo as like World Peace Metro, where
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
slow, but it's not slow enough to be considered, oh, this is snow or
Exactly.
seaside, so.
Oh, of course. But the problem is I couldn't really see another line that would be better. Maybe because 6 checkpoint Metro is still day Metro, right?
Yes.
So I couldn't really see.
No. Well, no, technically not. So, with 6 checkpoints Metro, if you were to get the painting checkpoint in,
Oh, yeah.
Via the showdown painting, the painting that
Yeah.
you get after beating showdown.
Yeah, it
There
could be
are
possible.
5 checkpoints in Night Metro, so along with that one, you would be able to reach 6.
Yeah, but again, there's nothing really to do in sand in this. Unless you're going for sub areas, there's really nothing really to do in sand, as I can see.
Right. And it's
Which
also
is
probably generally not worth anything.
exactly.
So, yeah, I can definitely see Snow being a okay viable finish here,
Yeah.
for sure.
Where do you then? I think you would probably focus on row 1, right? 8 moons from nuts is any percent. 2 moons from shiny rock's not that bad.
Maybe row 1. Thing with row 1 is 60 regionals wooded is kind of ugly here because, I mean, there's only one total regional goal and it's only 100. So,
Yeah.
I feel like at that point you kind of just bite the bullet, maybe. I was actually looking at maybe, at probably C5 as a potential for one of them. Since you're finishing Metro anyway, getting 20
Yeah.
minutes in sub areas is not going to be that big of a deal. And
True.
you could probably synergize it with the 4 moons from sub areas Metro, which would just end up being a free square.
Yeah.
So I
So
think
what?
if you are going to snow, you should focus on the sub areas with this card. So 6
So
moons
yeah.
from these cards is also another goal you could consider working with.
Yeah. Just thinking of what to do then. Then are you going? So you're saying column 5. What more? Because column 3 is really don't like column. Well, column 3 is okay, but the 20 lake moons will take some time.
Actually, there is one thing that I see now on this card that could make the 60 regionals would worth it. There's also 40. So if you're doing, both of those lines in some way, shape, or form, that definitely works as well. Although you are adding a PC in One Kingdom, this card is kind of complicated.
Yeah. I really can't see the good line here.
I mean, personally, for me, I feel like I'd still just do the triangle with the 6 checkpoints Metro, and maybe even just go to Day Metro, just play it safe. And also because...
Wait, could...
Oh, sorry, go.
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe I would... I don't know. I think maybe after what you talked about, maybe I would... I know it will take some time, but I think actually I could consider row 1, column 5, column 3.
I think at this point, if you're considering snow or seaside, it just seems like too much. So at that point, just do the slightly complicated early finish, even if it is day metro, at least all of these goals can be finished relatively quickly. And because you're going to day metro at that point, you could avoid the cap revisit with the 6 moon shards and just do 2 metro sub areas with moon
Oh
shards.
yeah.
So
you're saying, what are the lines you're saying, just to clarify?
I'm saying do C1, row 5, and TLBR, but instead of making it a night metro finish, which would be the earliest point you could finish, you might
do it
as
in day
well
metro.
just commit to day metro at this point and just skip the cap revisit.
Yeah, I think that would be easier.
I believe that's the best way to play this card, because the unfortunate reality is that just Snow and Seaside is just too much ugly stuff on it.
Yeah.
Like, I can maybe see the sub-area synergy maybe working out with Snow route, but I couldn't really find 3 lines that really justify it.
No, that's also the problem I'm looking at right now. Just thinking of something that can combine it, but I really don't see it.
Yeah, it's basically there's too much crap, and with a 20 Lake center, you're gonna want to try to avoid that if you're going to Snow or Seaside, just because it's a really big time commitment already.
Well, so it looks like Galaxy, well, we can see by certainty that Galaxy V is going for the 20 moons in...
But yeah, enough about actual, theoretical route. What are the runners doing?
We're seeing the Galaxy V
watching the stream, so...
Yeah, Galaxy V is right now still in Lake, collecting 15 moons right now. As TiSheaqua is, we have seen TiSheaqua doing some 2 timer challenges in Cascade.
Right.
So that's it, what we really know. And we have seen that Ice Cave Treasure Moon, so possible the idea you had is... No, Ice Cave Treasure is not on your route. I think maybe column 3 is the most logical to see of those lines.
It's possible, yeah. It's possible that Galax is just playing with their comfort zone, maybe just being scared off by the 20 unique captures, which is totally possible. I know both of these players are pretty newish to the bingo scene.
Yeah.
But that doesn't surprise me whatsoever.
I don't know, what has TiSheaqua any records under of something learning, because no offense, but it looks like TiSheaqua is a little safe playing.
Again,
not any skips. So
again, I think TiSheaqua is just playing to what they know. Even if that means just riding this platform all the way across.
Yeah.
I was actually really interested to, see this match, because even though these players are new to the bingo scene, I always like watching, lower skilled players, just because I always feel like I learn something new, even if it's small.
Yeah. And it's also good to see more players come into the category bingo.
Right, absolutely. And, it's just because they're playing at, like, a different perspective. They don't know exactly what the best plays are, what the best goals are to go for. So, to me, they're kind of starting with a fresh pair of eyes. Well, I've kind of already had time to, like, delve into, like, what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, you've really been in the... Haven't you played in the bingo circuits in 3-4 years, maybe?
I've been playing bingo since early 2018, yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of know what's going on. But anyways, enough about that. Anyways, but yeah, basically that was like the main reason why I was.
I believe TiSheaqua maybe is going to go through this just to do the moonshots. Looks like that would be a good option.
Yeah, seems to be that way.
As Galaxy V, well, Galaxy V have collected all regional coins, so that seems, and we're seeing some buy now, so maybe souvenirs purchased,
right?
Or stickers,
potentially. Now, Galax definitely has some kingdom progression on TiSheaqua.
Yeah.
Considering the earliest finish here is day metro, even if TiSheaqua is planning to do something along those lines, Galax absolutely has the advantage.
Yeah, I would say also.
And, it also helps that Galax has also marked some goals, so we can see generally what he's planning.
Interesting thing here is we didn't see a sticker buy.
Right.
I would say that would take that row 5 TLBR in column 5 is excluded from his lines. Because there would be no reason not to buy a sticker here when you have all the coins.
I mean, it's possible he just wasn't able to route shop into his.
Oh, he
20
was
I
just in
highly
shop
doubt
right now.
that.
He won shop. He just bought 2 souvenirs. That's why I was pretty sure we're not going to see stickers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then, in
So-
that case, we will definitely be seeing stickers.
So I think we are going to see bottom left, top right for him. Would make sense when he buys
Mhm.
2 souvenirs.
Yeah.
So
Again, that is concerning. I was mentioning before that BLTR is not exactly a good line because, you have the 20 Lake and then you also have the 24 Metro.
yeah.
I think considering, where TiSheaqua is, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I think we're going. I believe, if my estimation of the board as it is right now, I think we're going to see. I think BLTR column 3, row 1 maybe. From I think we're going to see from Galaxy V. That would be my estimation.
Well, I mean, Galax starts collecting a bunch of regionals, then I
Yeah.
would definitely suspect that to be true.
Yeah, because also, well, if you're going to snow, you at least normally you see 2 lines through snow.
Right, for sure. And, at least with this route, he is picking up that 40 and 60 regional synergy. Even if the regionals are not that big on this card.
Nope. But at least it's, well...
But we haven't seen him pick up a single regional yet, which is pretty unlike, going for 60 wooded.
Well, haven't he picked up 8 already?
Oh yeah, you know what? He has picked up 8. Never mind. I apologize.
It's okay. As TiSheaqua is collecting the last moon needed to leave sand.
So yeah, Galax definitely probably looking at row 1 for sure then.
Yeah. Still
Alrighty.
So TiSheaqua should be leaving in a few seconds. But I think, is this TiSheaqua's first tournament? I believe so, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure this is also Galax's first tournament.
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure what their skill levels are at the game. TiSheaqua definitely looking like they have a 130.
Pretty new also to it's
fairly new. Galax definitely looks like they have a better mechanic on the movement of the game.
Yeah, I would say also.
It is, but...
I'm just checking it up right now as we're speaking.
Yeah, they definitely seem like they have at least like a 120.
Yeah. I would say Galaxy V looks like kind of my level of playing, I would say. Because I know I have a 125 or something like that.
No, yeah, for sure. You know what? I can actually agree with that.
Because it looks like the understanding of the movement is there, maybe a little better movement actually than mine, but we have the same speed, I would say.
Right.
Just to think like talking about a player also into the game. It's sometimes easier to compare them to other players.
No, yeah, absolutely. And it definitely helps that Galax seems like he at least has his heads on his shoulders with, knowing where he's going on the card.
Exactly.
It looks like TiSheaqua is kind of struggling on that front. Still has any goals, so we still won't exactly know what their plan is.
No.
And they're now trying to make a decision between Lake and Wooded. I don't even know why that would even...
And we're seeing a cat with this. I think are we seeing going for those moonshots fast? I think that would be the case.
Right, so we could definitely be looking at a row 5 for TiSheaqua, but again, the bigger issue here is the fact that TiSheaqua is miles behind in terms of kingdom progression.
Yeah. But again, as I think also what we're seeing here is a new player just learning the game and getting into it and just think, hey, let's have some fun with it. And that's also good. I think it's good to see new players joining the game, so we don't have only the old ones like you and the others.
I mean, to be fair, in terms of like new players, there have definitely been some people that have shown, good potential for the rest of the
Exactly.
series. So.
And that's good also, because when we get new players, we also maybe get some new ideas to the community.
Absolutely.
As Galaxy V is collecting those purple coins down here.
Which, is again, one of the reasons why I like watching matches where I don't know anything about either of the runners. And, knowing that they're newer to the bingo scene, I can maybe pick up a thing or two that I never necessarily thought about.
Exactly. We are all learning still.
Absolutely. Never ends. Always adapting strats in bingo.
Exactly.
Always. Like, literally, like, there's always ever-going changes for different things and different combinations of goals. And there's never surefire routing when you're playing either. So, there's also that hindsight bias of, wow, I really should have done that instead of this.
Yeah.
So, but, then you just know the next time that combination of goals pops up. Which
exactly.
will take a while, but, trust me, it has happened.
Yeah. I believe so. Just thinking up. It looks like, as I can see, Galaxy V has done a lot of Galaxy runs.
I mean, yeah,
Galaxy
V is in the name, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just checking out the Twitch account right now to just see what we're dealing with.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. Yeah. Another thing to note is TiSheaqua is having to take a lot of time to stop and think about what they're doing and where they're going. While that's perfectly fine to do, you have to also keep in mind that eats at, the time that you're taking to complete everything.
Exactly.
So
the idea is normally you need to, I would say, a good advice to new players is find a route you're feeling secure in, and then just go with it. Just feel your guts after that.
Yeah.
Because unless you see another route, you need to just take a choice and go with it.
I feel like it's possible what happened here was TiSheaqua saw the 28 unique captures and was like, I know this is best, but I'm not comfortable going for it. But then they also realized, but I should probably try to do the best route anyway.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, is a pretty bold move, especially for a race. However, if you're just using this as a learning experience, I can totally get behind that.
Yeah, exactly. You also, again, it's also normally a good idea in races, as we're talking about, go with your comfort normally.
Yes, absolutely.
Because if you know you have troubles doing this, then don't do it.
Right.
As we see, TiSheaqua is collecting a life up.
Why would they be collecting? I mean, there's 4 unique life ups on the card, but that wouldn't align with what I would expect them to be doing with the 6 moons for moon shards.
Exactly.
Again, I really do suspect them being behind kingdom-wise to be a huge problem. Like, Galax is just tearing through Wooded at this point.
Yeah, pretty decent time also, I would say.
Yeah, I think for the route that he picked, he's playing pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the decision, of course, but, that doesn't mean he's playing badly. That just means that he picked an inferior route to finish the card, that's all.
Yeah. And I think TiSheaqua is looking for that sub area with the...
To be fair, this card was not nice. Like, this definitely didn't...
No, this is an annoying card, I would say. I could see I would actually like to see a person like you play this card, I would say, in the tournament. Because I would really like to see what you would do in the fast if you didn't have the time to think about it that much.
Well, like I said, my thought process is basically the same. I saw the early finish, I compared the Snow Seaside lines, and I was like, well, I don't think Snow Seaside is worth here, and if I can't find something that's worth, I'm going to do the early finish.
Yeah.
And in this case, that is Day Metro, because I want to not overcomplicate my 28 unique captures, and I also want to, make 6 checkpoints. reasonable and also not have to do the gap back.
Exactly.
So
Also, I think we're going maybe what would happen here right now for TiSheaqua is looking up where some things is. Maybe it could also
yes,
be a
very
reason why the
possible.
person is stopping up, just thinking.
Yeah, so the runners are allowed to utilize something called the Bingo cheat sheet, which is a resource available to anyone.
Yeah, a really good resource, I might add also.
No, yeah, for sure. Shout out to Lego Mario.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cheat sheet is available to use for any runner at any point during this tourney. They are perfectly allowed to use it. You know, it's like an open book test. However, because you took time to use the cheat sheet, that could potentially cause some issues for you. It's generally better to just know where stuff is off the top of your head. You know, I mean, like, just like an open book test, if you take the time to look for something, you know, you're going to waste valuable time that you might not have to complete every question on an open book test.
Exactly.
So it's pretty comparable in that sense.
Exactly.
TiSheaqua finally marking a goal.
2 stickers.
2 stickers. Absolutely.
I think we're going
cool.
to. I would say the line I believe right now, row 5 will be one of the lines, since they've taken time to do at least 2 timer challenges, doing some shots.
Right.
I would say it seems like it would be on the route.
Yes, TiSheaqua is absolutely committed to row 5. Now, the life up part kind of confuses me. However, it could just be that they're just collecting that just because. I honestly don't have any other reason in mind. It's possible they could be doing C5.
Yeah.
C5's not too bad at this point. Again, it really doesn't matter what TiSheaqua does at this point.
No, sadly, I would say, but it seems like sadly a pretty open and short case that Galaxy V is going to run away with this one.
Right, absolutely. Again, I think that's just too much time spent thinking on TiSheaqua's part.
Exactly, but we also see, I would say we see the difference in skill level here.
Well, yeah, for sure. Definitely. There's definitely an obvious gap in movement. TiSheaqua more looking like a 140, 150 runner, while Galax looking like a 120, 115 runner.
Yeah.
So at that point, there's definitely the gap to consider. But you also have to remember that Bingo isn't just movement specific.
No.
So, again, say you have the same situation where you have the 140 runner and the 120 runner, but the 120 runner has no idea where they're going, but the 140 runner knows exactly where they're going.
And I would also
say the 140 runner would excel.
I would actually say that the great exception is also when you see on a normal bingo card, you don't look at how the movement is in, despite of bad brutal fight, finishing brutal fight, mega brutal fights, and that could take a lot of your time normally.
Right, for sure, absolutely.
Because I would say the late game is where normally a lot of runners have problems with the 80% routes, and I would say
true. The only reason why we even consider any percent when seeding for the bingo tourney is there's not really much to work off of for new runners into the bingo scene because they haven't played bingo. So we don't really know how that translates. So the next best thing is to just look at their any percent time and be like, okay, how good are they at the movement in Super Mario Odyssey?
Yeah. I would say if you should do another category to figure out, I would say it would be maybe Talkative, because that's also some knowledge of the game.
Talkative. Using Talkative to determine bingo seeding just sounds so wrong.
It seems, but the idea is you get a lot of knowledge of the game where moons are.
No, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I'm honestly down for that, but I feel like that's something that would not fly. Also, not everyone is going to sit down and do a Talkative run for bingo seeding purposes.
Well, maybe they should.
Maybe they should. Wow, alright. Alright, don't waste your time talking to the bird for 2 hours. Have fun.
Hey, I have never done a Talkative run, so I'm just talking right now. Hey, you're talking with a player who I've never completed the game either, so don't look at me.
All right. Well, thanks for your suggestion. We'll gladly throw that one into the trash. Next, please.
Yeah. Well, it looks like
TiSheaqua is
TiSheaqua
in the
is.
deep woods. Trying to
Yeah.
figure out why. I guess for shiny
She.
rock.
Yeah, would make sense.
That's like the only goal that's even remotely prevalent with the
Yeah.
deep woods on this card, besides the
Even
captures.
and outfit moon if they had the outfit on.
Oh yeah. Outfit
But
yeah. But like at that point, it's kind of just like
yeah. So we're looking at the sequence movement right now, trying to figure out, looking to find out
people
what they're doing.
possibly lost in the deep woods.
Which is the thing that happens for players sometimes.
Right, absolutely. Keep in mind they have not gone to lake yet, so
Yeah.
is
The gap is
a lot.
Are we looking at 15 minutes behind at least?
At least 15. I would argue 20, just because they haven't really done much goal-wise on their card, while Galax has shown that not only do they have a route to finish, but... Well, wait. Galax didn't get 2 moons from Shiny Rocks and Wooded.
Are they doing row 1 instead?
Regionals. So they might be doing C1 instead.
Yeah, C1 BLTR? Yeah.
Yeah, C1 would be the answer to this riddle. Yeah. I don't see any other line that makes sense. I mean, they are staying lost to get the 18, and they just got Captain Toad, so it must be C1.
Yeah, I would say also 18 moons. It looks like a lot, but it is pretty fast, as I recall, right?
Yeah, I'd say it's okay. I mean, like, you know, if you're gonna get Captain Toad and, you know, Moon Shards or TNT, you know, generally 18 lost is about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
For an experienced runner. But Galax definitely struggling a bit here. Lost is a kingdom where you really need to know what you're doing, otherwise you're going to eat away a lot of time just because of all the pointless steps that you're doing.
TiSheaqua is entering Deep Woods again? Interesting.
TiSheaqua potentially found a wrong warp to the Metro Kingdom. I mean, realistically, no other reason to be down here again. Unless if they forgot something.
Yeah.
But, you know, to be honest, at this point, I'll be just hoping that they found the wrong warp to the Metro Kingdom.
Yeah. The Metro... Is there a wrong way to Metro Kingdom from Deep Woods?
No. No, I'm completely joking. I'm hoping there's some way, you know, to turn this race around for TiSheaqua. Yeah. The unfortunate truth is that it's already over.
Yeah, I don't... Well, maybe going for the timer, looking for the timer challenge. That could be it.
Right. That would definitely be it. However, at this point, you know, if you already exited Deep Woods without it, it's only 5. You can definitely get 5 without this.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they got both of the ones in Cascade, correct?
Yeah.
So if they got both of the ones in Cascade, they could have just gotten both of the ones in Lake, and then the Ballroom in Metro. Yeah. So that definitely was not ideal to come back for.
Yeah, but again, if you know, well, I know where this one is. I know how to do this one. It's again the comfort zone maybe wins sometime. I also have that problem still. I would say
maybe
I can't. When doing the stop areas, I'm always taking those in Cascade because it seems like it's the easy ones to do for me.
Right. I get that, but I also am on the fence about that since TiSheaqua clearly shown that they didn't exactly know their way around the Deep Woods.
Yeah,
so
I
don't really think that applies here.
But also there is the idea of, I think that's also a thing you see with newer players in the bingo and later ones. They also know which one to take instead of just taking the first ones that's come up.
No, yeah, for sure, because you definitely need to figure out, okay, when am I finishing? So how can I space out the goals in a way that makes sense so that way I'm collecting the absolute fastest type of this goal?
Yeah.
And that applies for timers, that applies for moon shards, that applies for regionals even. Like,
also,
that basically applies to every collectible on the bingo board.
I would say one of the classic ones I would say is the ones here in Metro. That if you know you're going to Metro, then you will always take this treasure chest move.
TiSheaqua choosing not to exit the uproot. This is a very interesting strategy. We are developing new meta. This is new meta territory. They are using the uproot to get up to the nut in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Or,
can you actually get up there with that?
I mean, like, whatever this moon is called. I think it's tucked away inside the tunnel.
Yeah.
And now they are collecting the moon with the assistance of the uproot. That is definitely a new one. I've not seen that at all.
No. Tucked away inside the tunnel. Also, I have
to say, it's a creative use of the uproot capture, but I don't think it definitely spells speed.
No.
Unfortunately.
I would say also one thing I talked about earlier. Also, you can see the big difference in one thing we also talked about. TiSheaqua being on English against the fast Chinese.
Yes. While that is true, that's not going to affect too much, and the is definitely a much bigger deficit here.
I agree, but it also sometimes shows skills. I would say.
I actually disagree, because it's possible that just runners aren't comfortable with the Sphinx questions. I know. For one, Aaron the Winner, someone who's very good at bingo, was playing on English for the longest time, and I'm like, dude, just learn the Sphinx questions, and then he finally did, and then that was it.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I tried going on Japanese last night to try in my round. I didn't need the Sphinx, but it really annoyed me. I would say,
because at the end of the day, that's the only goal that you would ever consider using English for if you're just unsure of the Sphinx questions. And the thing is, even if you are unsure about the Sphinx questions in a different language, it's possible that you don't even know the Sphinx questions in English, because I'm not saying that you don't know your SMO trivia, but the Sphinx definitely can have some pretty tricky questions, if you know what I'm saying.
What are you talking about? The Sphinx is a nice guy. They always tell you what it is.
Oh yeah.
And even if you know, it, they call you a cheater. I still
know such unspeakable information.
Yeah, you're a cheater, aren't you? You're just a cheater.
And then they still give you a moon for some reason.
Yeah.
Like,
sorry, they're not calling you a cheater, they call you a guesser.
Right, I mean, even though they don't agree with your methods completing the quiz, they still give you a moon.
Yeah.
Honestly, kind of confusing, kind of giving mixed messaging. Yeah. I think TiSheaqua potentially not realizing that nut is post-game. They were looking for a nut that was specifically in the post-game of the Wooded Kingdom, but it is not here because we are not in the
let's see. Galaxy V is entering Day Metro, and that would mean, well, how long will it take to finish this off? Not that long.
It looks like they still have a good bit to go. I would say they are roughly 15 minutes off for finishing.
Really? 15 minutes?
Just based off of their skill level.
Okay. Because I was thinking,
I mean, if it were me finishing what's left on this card, I would say give me a little over 10 minutes.
Really? 10 minutes still?
I mean, 24 Metro isn't exactly,
Yeah, which one are you actually going to do extra? Doing when you're doing 24 moon route normally, if you're just not thinking of anything else.
I mean, if you're not thinking of anything else, the best way to do 24 moons is to just combine the old and new any % routes. AKA, do the musicians, do the slots, do the bullet building.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So.
Was just thinking about it, just to figure.
And I mean, that is true. They don't need to worry about anything else. The only thing they need to worry about here is 25 regionals Metro.
Yeah,
I feel like that will just come with doing 24. It also looks like they've already completed a lot of them early, maybe just not comfortable with the other regionals in the kingdom, so just getting most of them while they head up to Wiggler with City Hall and stuff, that's a little unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, needing a few more when they are here,
Yeah, there you go.
So. But I would say it's okay getting the slots. That's
Right,
TiSheaqua
right.
is entering the being ready to get the first boss fight in Wooded.
Yeah, taking their time in slots too, so not quite realizing that they can just do a spin throw with buffered direction after talking to the guy.
I would say actually one thing I normally do both here and in Sand. I know I go to the left side and just taking them all in one line. Also, that I know it's slower, but I feel like I like that more as a more secure idea.
Right. I mean, to be honest, there's two ways to doing slots. You either do the buffered spin throw tactic, which is what I personally prefer, or you throw Cappy out before talking, and then just have him swipe through the line as soon as you're done.
Yeah.
TiSheaqua really struggling trying to get up to this Nut Moon.
Yeah. I would guess, my assumption is TiSheaqua has been playing maybe a couple of months, maybe maximum.
No, yeah, it definitely seems like they're very new to the game.
Yeah.
You know, maybe just picked up the game during like Christmas or something.
Yeah. And I would say it's nice to see a new player just saying, well, let's have fun with it.
Absolutely. I mean, to be fair, that's all. I mean, to be fair, that's where we all were at one point.
Exactly.
So there's no reason, you know, to downplay TiSheaqua's gameplay. You know,
not at all. And also just entering the tournament is awesome. Just it's a good learning experience.
No, for sure, absolutely, and I'm sure they've learned a lot, and I hope they continue to, you know, grow and prosper because of it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see.
So... To be honest, they aren't really doing that bad of a job.
No, it's
most of the time loss is coming from having to stop and think.
Yeah. So that's advice from you, Akron. Don't think.
Got it. Sounds good. Just, you know, don't think. Just forget all the bingo goals. Just, you know, don't even play bingo. There you go. Word of advice. Just stop thinking. Just stop using your brain.
Hey! Oh, nice jump! Nice jump from TiSheaqua there, I must say.
Yeah, that was an interesting backup.
Yeah. Now considering going down to get that life up, maybe? Okay. As Galaxy V has now 14 moons.
Yeah, they just need 10 more moons. They need to go to snow. Also, I realized when I was doing that initial calculation of how much Galaxy V had left, that was with the full 24 Metro in mind, kind of forgetting that they, you know, fought Wiggler already. I know it sounds stupid, but that's where my brain was. I was also late to commentate this match because something came up beforehand.
Yeah. Don't have a life outside this, Akron. You're better than that.
No, yeah, you know, it's not like, you know, I work full-time and do other stuff. But yeah, for sure. Okay, I definitely should just commit all my time to the SMO.
I would say, look, one thing, TiSheaqua knows the fast strat actually here for...
Head empty, yeah, that would pretty much sum up where I am right now.
Let's see, just a good thing to notice, because I would say I didn't know that in the beginning. I didn't know you could actually just do that when I started my 80% playing.
I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to, like
the fast strat. The fast idea is if you don't know you can just jump on the head to reset him.
Yeah.
And fight. I didn't know that in the beginning, so I just waited for him to spin around and finish.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, like every Brutal has their quick kill strat. You know, you have Topper interrupting the hat phase by jumping on the hat before they start moving. You have Rango, where you jump on their hat before they start jumping around.
Yeah.
You have Harriet, where Harriet's kind of the odd one out because the only way to speed up is to, hit the bomb beforehand.
Yeah, I would say of all the bands, I would say Rango is the one that's toughest to do. I would say.
Yeah, Rango is definitely the one where beginners struggle the most.
Yeah.
I mean, like with the exception of the second Topper fight in Bowser's.
Yeah, that's not a beast to.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I even still sometimes mess that one up.
I really still just trying to do the idea of I know where the hat he will be under is, and that's what I'm going for.
Absolutely.
As TiSheaqua is.
TiSheaqua intentionally growing that vine, taking the intended path to get up to the top of the kingdom. I haven't seen that in a while.
No, also thinking.
But again,
if,
it's possible that they just aren't quite refined enough to do the climb that you would normally see runners do to get to the top.
Exactly. I would say I still don't like. I know there's the fast idea around, but I would one day I would like to learn the nut jump, the nut trick.
Right, absolutely.
One day.
Looks like Galax is buying their last souvenirs, so that should be 6.
Yeah, as TiSheaqua is going. Well, TiSheaqua knows about the purple coins here. I would say that's something not all new players know.
Right. You know, again, it definitely seems like they have knowledge. They just don't quite know how to piece it together in a coherent way where they don't have to stop every 5 seconds to think about their next move. You know, it's kind of like, your buffered YouTube video. It doesn't quite know exactly what to, play or correspond to next.
Exactly.
So,
then Steakinator, it looks like Steakinator
we're
is
watching
saying
buffered TiSheaqua right now.
Yeah.
Man, these comparisons are on point. Anyways.
Oh, let's see. So TiSheaqua is going in here, getting the shard here.
Right, absolutely. Already showing that they had shards in mind. Galax has very little left to do. We'll be getting a sub-hour, because 4 moons from snow is not going to take them long at all.
No, I believe we're going to see Toad.
Actually, I think the path says 4 moons at this point is to just get the 4 in Shiveria.
Yeah, I would say. Is it? So there's the buying moon, the moon up in the boxes.
No.
The treasure chests and.
No, entrance, shopping, chest, shining.
Okay.
And to be honest, we can even argue skipping shopping and ending on the ice barrier room, since that's the fastest barrier room to complete.
Yeah.
And their timer would stop as they collect that moon, so they, it wouldn't apply for the story moon cutscene.
So let's say to Toad, they're taking this Toad moon.
But, probably just going to stick to something close to the any % route, again, just sticking with the comfort food. Totally.
I think that's also a good idea here, I would say.
Right,
because I think, what are we talking, 20 seconds save, maybe?
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't be a big deviation of time save, but again, all of those small routing decisions add up, and
of course,
how you get the fast bingo completion times.
Yeah.
So if you just stick to
nice jump up
the whole time, it's not going to work out for you.
Yeah. I would say nice jump up there to the treasure chest.
Right.
And just getting the last
one. Once again, thinking about what to do next.
Yeah.
And Galax will be finishing up here.
Yeah, that's time for guys.
Pretty good time for that route. 57-22 for 18 moons in the loss, 20 in Lake, 24 in Metro, and going to Snow. I have to say, considering the route that they did, they had a pretty good time on it.
Yeah.
There wasn't too many major mistakes. I was pretty impressed. Would row 1 have been better with this route instead of C1? Absolutely. But again, it probably just goes to show that maybe they weren't fully comfortable getting 60 regionals in Wooded. Or they just see the synergy.
Exactly. Also, maybe to try to avoid deep boots.
Right. It's also possible that they just didn't want to bother with deep woods.
Which is also totally fair, I would say.
So, we do encourage runners to finish their run, but TiSheaqua has a lot left to do.
I would say...
I'm probably letting them sit here and play, but, I'm at least going to invite, Galax for an interview.
Yeah, same. I would say also, I must admit, I also dropped out of my round last night because, well, I saw the timer was already over 1 hour and thought, well, I have at least 20 minutes left of this. So
right.
Normally, sometimes you just say, hey, Galaxy V-Tune to skip into race. Nice one. it looks like TiSheaqua
Yeah,
is...
Galax showing off the snow clip. Very nice.
Yeah. Looks
I
like,
I didn't
TiSheaqua is
I didn't
dropping
exactly see what variant they did. Did they do upstairs, downstairs?
upstairs.
Screen
It
clip.
looked like, I think.
God,
I
dude,
think it was
screen clip
upstairs.
is so bad.
TiSheaqua is asking it is one round, right? Yeah, it is one round. One round only. It's not best of 3. It's best of 1.
So is TiSheaqua forfeiting? Not finishing?
Yeah,
Okay.
it seems like.
So I will also send TiSheaqua an invite to...
Hello.
Hello,
Hello,
Galaxy.
Galaxy.
How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say you played that pretty well.
Yeah, there was a lot of space that I was comfortable with, so it was...
Right, absolutely. And,
Yeah.
you know, we were actually talking about that the whole time. Like, you know, it's not always best to do the quote-unquote best route on the card, because that did involve 28 unique captures here. And
Yeah,
if
28
you're not
captures.
comfortable with that, that's going to cause some issues.
Yeah,
So,
like
you know,
like the only like really big like, no, I'm not doing this was 20.
right. By chance, were you also avoiding deep woods, because we saw that you didn't do row 1 and instead decided to do C1, even though row 1 would have worked much better with your route?
Yeah.
Or was that just an oversight?
It was probably just an oversight.
Right, understandable.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of an oversight.
Galaxy, we had... Oh, sorry.
No, you can go.
Just one question, because we were talking about it. What is your 80% time right now? Because we talked by what we saw and what we looked at.
Yeah, like 115 movement, right?
On SRC it's a 116, but I have a 110.
Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good.
I have a 110 56.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, that's even
But
better.
yeah,
Very
the
nice.
clip- the clip it wasn't verifiable because the VOD was like
Ah,
I
brain
mean, hey, stuff happens.
brain after I started the timer, so it was like, nope, you can't verify it.
Well, that's unfortunate.
TiSheaqua, is you going to join us also? Has TiSheaqua gotten an invite? Just to look at the... Agon, have you sent TiSheaqua an invite to the...
Oh yeah, I was gonna do that.
Yeah, TiSheaqua says haven't gotten one.
Yes, yes. Give me a sec. TiSheaqua. Ah, they're there.
We should be sending one now to TiSheaqua.
Yeah, I just sent it.
Yeah, good.
Hello.
Hello.
The person can't hear us right now. Hello!
Hold on a second. Very weird. There we go.
Alright, so, TiSheaqua, how are you feeling?
Like a boomer, I totally forgot what I was doing, so it's late.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely seemed like you weren't, like, fully comfortable with the route you chose, which, by the way, what was your final route in mind? Did you have one?
Sorta.
Okay, alright.
I was gonna do row 5,
Yeah,
column 1, and row 1.
okay.
But I
Interesting.
just didn't know where some of the stuff was, so I
Yeah,
was looking at the cheat sheet at the same time, so yeah.
Yeah, we
Right.
talked about that because we were looking and said, oh, the person is stopping up here. Okay, fine. I think we're seeing the shift between those two.
right. Again, just small gaps in the knowledge. You know, it generally seemed like you generally knew where to go, just didn't exactly know how to piece it all together.
Yeah.
Which, you know, again, happens. So,
Yeah.
I'm still learning it. I just finished All Moons and I'm still trying to learn where everything is, so
Totally understandable.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
TiSheaqua, when did you begin playing Odyssey? Just we talking about it a little.
I started last year. I've only done 2 80% runs, and then I just kind of stopped, and then now I'm doing all moons, and so I just finished learning it. As you can see, my movement is not that great, and yeah, it's gonna take some time though.
No,
Ah,
yeah,
that's
for sure,
understandable.
but, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I definitely, give you kudos for learning all moons, at such an early stage of your movement.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I actually got all through it, considering my movement. As y'all can see, I can't do happy jumps for nothing, but I got through it. Surprisingly.
Hey, look, the game was designed with an intended path for every moon. If that means using the uproot to get to tucked away inside the tunnel, then that's what that means. Okay?
Exactly.
I was like, wow, that's a new one. I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah, shout out to my grandmother for that one, because we were stuck on that one for a while. She's been the main reason why I learned all moons. It was a way to spend time with her. So.
Strategy. I love it.
Well, hey, you learned Aqua something. That's kind of impressive.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well,
But
with that in mind, do either of you guys have any closing thoughts on your runs, or?
Not really on my end, at least.
Right.
Practice. This was fun though. I had a good time doing the tournament. This is more for a fun experience for me because I've never done bingo anything. So.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
unfortunately, you are out. This is the end of the road. However, I definitely hope you keep playing, you keep learning, and who knows, maybe you'll eventually, prosper, flourish, and become a top runner in this.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I said, this is all for fun to get my feet wet. So now that I know what to expect, like now I can actually put for some more learning and remembering stuff is. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure.
It's the start of something new, as some would say.
Yeah.
So you just say the word, we're going to train, and then one day we're both going to take Aquan down. That is the goal.
There you go. I love that spirit.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Aquan, one day you will be that old that you can't move your fingers.
All right. So, yeah. So, are you implying that it is going to take you guys like years to figure this out?
For me, it is.
Yeah.
No. For me, it's not. It's going to take me years to get on your skill level. So I'm waiting for your skill level to be reduced.
I'm not really sure if that can happen at this point. I feel like I've invested too much time into the game to really,
Oh, one day you're going to be 80 years old, sitting there.
80? Man, dude, that's a long time from now. Like a really long time.
Hey, I'm playing the long game.
I'm gonna be real, dude. If I'm still playing this game when I'm 80, I'm gonna be questioning a lot more than why did Ancient Angel and TiSheaqua beat me.
Or we're just waiting for you to just drop the genre and just get back at it there. Or we're just taking revenge when Galaxy 2, when Odyssey 2 is coming out.
When I'm 80, apparently.
Apparently.
No, but yeah. So yeah. All joking aside, thanks for playing, both of you. Galaxy will be moving on in the loser bracket, I believe, round 4. Is that correct?
Yes, maybe. Like losers 4.
Yeah. Losers 2. Who are you playing in next round?
It's kind of confusing.
You're going to meet otherwise either Merryman Tor or Simularian. I would believe Simularian. I would guess.
Okay. Cool.
My estimate. I know it's interesting because I know Simularian has a pretty good any percent time, but I know Merryman Tor has playing a lot of bingo.
Right,
so that's going to be
again shows, is it going to be execution or knowledge?
Exactly.
Again, if you have the pieces to connect the bingo board, you can definitely be.
And I know that's something Simularians have had troubles with before. I know. I know Merryman Tor has played a lot of bingo. I played against him. Pretty good player.
Right, for sure. Well, with that in mind, I've been awesome, Agron.
Yeah, the Ancient Angel here.
All right, and
So-
make sure you guys follow SpeedGaming, follow the runners, follow us if you want, and there will be more bingo action throughout the week. We have short lockout in the winners bracket and normal triple in the losers bracket.
Yeah. And I think next match right now is Friday.
Yeah, I don't think there's any matches scheduled for tomorrow.
No. And so I think Friday will be for then. I know a lot of games are going to be played Saturday and Sunday.
Well, weekend. People of school, people of work. So
people have a life.
people actually have commitments besides SMO Bingo. Bad.
What a surprise!
Unfortunate.
Me on my way to put full-time SMO Bingo player Twitter bio.
Full-time SMO Bingo player on the resume. Just slap it right on there. Everyone's impressed.
On the Tinder profile.
Tinder profile. I play SMO and nothing else.
No, he's just writing. If you can beat me at any percent, I will give. I will pay for a coffee or something like that.
What?
What? That would be good. That I would write if I needed to.
Bargain value moment. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, guys, it's been a very interesting match to watch and commentate.
Yeah.
All right.
So have a good night, all of you.
All right.
See ya.
Yeah.